YouTube. Welcome back to Wiki Up Knoll. We have returned from our big trip across the country. I'm down here checking the wash to see how it is before I drive through it. We've had some rains, we've had some wash-ins. You can see there's a crevice there I gotta fill in. Gonna get the lay of the land and see what repairs I need to make. Everything is looking great. I have about a 2-inch drop, so my patches in this wash held pretty well. So I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna drive on through with my little Airstream burrito. John's up there checking out the fences and everything, and we're gonna see what we get into. Welcome back to Wiki Up Knoll. I'm so glad you chose to join us today. Hope you enjoyed this video. We're gonna be looking around for a few days, getting the lay of the land, as I say, and figuring out what projects we need to start on first. Now that we're back from our getaway, we went all the way across the country. Some of you may know that. Some of you are old timers here, and some of you are new from our other channel. So welcome if you're new, and welcome if you're not new. Thanks for coming back for another update, and we're gonna see what we get into here at Wiki Up Knoll. Hi, John. So let's see how the road up the driveway goes and what we see when we get there. Hey, here we are on the driveway. I've got it in 4-wheel low. This is the steepest part because it doesn't have to have 4-wheel low normally, but I'm pulling the maximum weight with my little 4Runner here. My travel trailer weighs 5,000 pounds. So here we are. Oh, John, we're back. It's exciting. Everything's so green and fluffy. Our little road, and looks like we're gonna get some good monsoon rains to greet us. So yay, that's so exciting. All right, we get to go see our doggies and chickens. We're over here setting up the Airstream, and we thought we would check out the tractor, and I saw a little white-tailed bunny talking to me. And then this dude, which, if you know, this is a Gila monster. They are venomous, but they're not super aggressive. I just don't want to try to start the tractor and be disturbing him, but he's right there. He doesn't want to come out. John's trying to irritate him over there with a stick on the other side, and he doesn't want to budge. He's comfortable, John. All right, dude, you got to come out of there. You coming out? Sure are pretty critters. Maybe we'll come back later. Look at those designs. Wow. Okay, I think we got him to come out the other direction. You want to? Oh, there he comes. Oh, he's so cool. It's a Gila monster. I've only seen one up here. Oh, look at him. What a cool greeting. I think that's a good deal. First time back, and we get to see a Gila monster. There he goes. He's going to go under. Bye, buddy. Sorry we poked at you. Can't be letting you get all squished up under a tire. That's no way to be. He's like, you guys are annoying me. There he goes. Get some dinner. All right, here we are. Sam came down to see us. We're back over, getting ready to check on the dogs and chickens. Looking good. What do you think, John?
It's awesome. I'm glad
He's got his ginger ale. I'm glad to be back. We're getting a monsoon storm any second. I'm so excited. The thunder's greeting us. Gila monsters, Sam. I got our buddies over here, the chickens. And then and there's the crew. They're a little orange because they got mud on them. Hey, guys.
Boomer.
Hey, Boomer. Hey,
Hey,
Clementine.
Boomer.
Jack.
Jack.
How you doing?
Hey, Jack. How you doing?
Oh, buddies. Hey. Hi. Hey, Boomer. Hey, Clementine. Hey, Jack, you're muddy. You're so muddy. Hey, buddy. Oh, my buddy. Hi. Hi. There's the chickens. Everybody's excited. There's the chickens. Everything's looking good as far as the buildings go. Right here is our storage area. It's pretty overgrown because we have the building, which sheds water right back here, which is perfect. So we'll get some gutters on. All the cob looks like it's in great shape. Everything's very solid. That makes me extremely happy. Nothing's weird or soft or sagging or tilted or anything. So hooray, hooray for that. Very exciting. There's Jack. Hey, Jack, buddy. Hey, Boomer. What do you think? Here comes Clementine. She's back there. Loretta and Finley are barking because Sam's over there. So we've had one Gila monster. We've greeted all the critters, including the neighbor Sam. We're getting a monsoon storm. And over here, I'm very excited, is a rainbow. I'm just loving this greeting. This is amazing. You go away for a while, you come back, there's some wonderful messes to clean up and some beautiful, beautiful greetings. What a fun return. Well, I was out walking Finley and Loretta next to the house site over here, which we guarded with pallets and such. And lo and behold, I just knew it. Who have we here but our very own diamondback rattlesnake? So this guy is a little too close, so we have to relocate him. So John went to get the bucket, and I'm guarding him so he doesn't get out of sight while John's getting the bucket. It's already an exciting time home. Woohoo! Still waiting for John, and this critter's on the move. So hopefully I can keep my eyes on where he goes so we can get him a safer place to be. Here he goes. Oh boy, he's not that big. He's only about 2 feet long, I think. I can't tell how many rattle buttons he has, but he's got a few. There they are. Oh, buddy. All right, let's see if I can keep him eyeballed. And by the way, I'm really far back over here. Okay, I have the snake in sight. John's here with our bucket. He's pointing this way, John.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys can see it, but we're gonna try. Don't go that way.
Yep.
Here we go. Got him. Got him. All right. Oh, he's back. Okay, buddy. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. I got it close to his head so you can. Okay. You ready?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Got him, Clementine.
Woohoo! The dogs helped. Snake bucket. John's got the light and the car's got the light. So we've loosened the lid already. And we're about a half a mile or more from the house site. And there's a big mesquite here with a bunch of holes. So we're gonna tip this that way. Grab the lid. Now I'm gonna pull the bucket back. There he goes. Good job, buddy. Live long and prosper. Eat lots of rats. Don't bite anybody. Okay, he's mad about it. Celebrate, bro. Celebrate. It's all good. All right, he's happy. I'm happy. Well, good morning. It's our first morning back. What an amazing first afternoon we had. Greetings from all the animals. All of them, wild and domestic. So that was really fun. I'm gonna go down here and check out the wall tent. I haven't shown it much on this channel because we actually built it long before we started the channel. I have had it standing now for 3 seasons, 3 summers, I should say. So 3 years almost. And before we left on our trip, it was starting to show some wear. And I can see from here, you'll see shortly, that it met its match this summer in some storms. So I'm gonna go survey the damage and see what we're gonna be cleaning up and figure out what little tasks are gonna be first for us here now that we're set up and ready to go. And we've cleared, you know, the basic critters that don't need to be here. So this is a wall tent here, and it is a tent that I bought before I lived out here. I bought it with the purpose of staying in it because initially I did not think that I was going to be able to get an RV in time because it was 2020 and things were happening and things were crazy with the RV market. So I ended up getting the RV, but I still put the wall tent up, and I allowed a guest to stay in it for a season, and it was wonderful. It's an amazing little spot to stay. It's not a permanent place out here. This would have been better if we could have taken it up and put it down, but this wall tent is actually 9.5 feet at its peak and pretty difficult to take up and down. It's not like a tent that you would go camping in. So my plan when I saw it getting wear before we left was to let it go. It served its purpose. It's been a great spot. We had our guests stay here. It was amazing. And in its place, we're going to build a more permanent structure for guests. But now you can see the wind definitely took its toll. There was some big storms while we were gone. So this is definitely toast. Like I said, it's 9.5 feet tall at the peak there. And this is a treated canvas, treated for solar, but it still does break down. We have some intense sun around here. So I am going to be taking this all apart and figuring out what I want to do with what pieces. The screens and things I'll probably reuse for different projects. Some of the fabric I may reuse for, utility bags or something like that. You can see we've got some of our old cabinetry and stuff stored in there. So we need to clean this up pretty quickly and get things under cover and back protected, because I was using it sort of like a little shade structure ultimately. It's not shady anymore in here. So this is definitely going to be a project we'll have to start in the next couple days so we can get our bikes and things like that back under cover. But there it is. There's the shower back there. That's that metal you see. Kitchen sink, all of that. Okay, well there's the survey of this area. I'm going to be making this into, I believe I want to do like a minor shack style guest room. It'll just be a 1-bedroom little thing with a bathroom detached. It's already plumbed for gray water and all that in the bathroom. I'll get into that another time. But I just wanted to show you, take my first look and give you a look at it as well. This is our north driveway down here that we sometimes walk with the dogs and obviously drive on. And everything's nice and grown up. You got the flowers out. There is the south side in its glory. This little red pad you see right here is actually for our water tank that goes and feeds that system. So this is a self-contained little area. So we have solar panels that go down here when we're operating it, or when we were operating it. And we had its own water source and its own black tank and gray water. And we had it set up with an RV pump and all those things. So this was its own little self-contained off-grid setting camp out area. And it was great. It was wonderful. We did it with an earth bag base. This was the first thing I did to practice using those Hyper Adobe or earth bags for my main build. So definitely some cleanup and organization to do down here. That is going to be in the next day or so for sure. Let's see if I can show you inside the bathroom without going all the way inside. I don't think I can. There's the shower. It has a hot water heater on demand. So we need to get that and put those things away under cover. So we'll be working on that. The first thing I think I'm going to be working on for you guys in this video, now that we've removed critters and done all that, is going to be the chicken coop. More specifically, the chicken run. Probably once a month, I would say. Sometimes more often if we have rain and stuff. I go in and shift the scratch dirt around. It kind of shifts over by the door, and it's not real easy to get in and out of there if we don't maintain that. So I'm going to be working on that pretty immediately. You'll see me doing that next. But that's the look at the wall tent. I was dying to get down here and see it. So you saw it first, just like I did. And now we're going to go get started in the chicken run. I will mention about the rattlesnake. Some people choose to euthanize them. That's not my choice. I like to relocate. They are very useful critters, very cool critters. I like all the critters generally. I just don't want the dangerous ones like that to stay right where we're always walking and where the dogs are and where the chickens are. I don't want to put my animals at risk or myself. So we do tend to relocate them, and we have consulted professionals. That's generally how they do it. You'll hear all kinds of things about relocation, that they may not survive and this and that. It's really not true. Just like any other animal, you give them a good opportunity for shelter and food, they're going to make it. Hopefully that's the best I can do for that situation. And I don't know if you know this. Some people say, what if they had eggs or they had a nest and now their young are going to die? Well, actually, rattlesnakes are super interesting. Diamondback rattlesnakes, like we have western diamondback rattlesnakes, actually give birth to live young. So if that was a mother, well, her babies are just fine. They're already fully equipped and roaming the land. And if I find them, well, I'll be relocating them and they'll have a nice reunion. So that is that. I hope you have enjoyed the video so far. Next time you see me, I'm going to be over there in the chicken coop, in the run, working on cleaning and clearing. So hopefully you could see what I was doing. This is the main man door entrance to the chicken run area where they're enclosed. And every so often, all of the scratch and the dirt that they dirt bath with and everything kind of builds up over here because the ground slopes this way. So it washes in, it builds up from scratch, all of that. So I come in and move it just like you saw me doing. And I just take it over to the other side and then pile it up, and they have a brand new place to scratch and pick through and find anything they missed. They love all that stuff. There's bugs and all kinds of stuff in it, so they can reprocess it over here. So I'll be doing that for a little while. Thankfully, I have some shade to work in, and these girls are good company. So I'll be keeping on doing that, and I'll show you what that looks like and check in when I'm done. Okay, I got chickens laying eggs, so beware of background noise. There's the pile. I think it is about 5 wheelbarrows. I lost count over here. They were working over there, but I decided to stop for today and left some cracked up ground over here. So they've moved over and they're helping me process this dirt on this side. I'll come back in here tomorrow morning and do a little more. And these girls are doing their job. Chickens are great for building soil and making compost. And once they process this again and I'm happy with it, I'll gather it from the other side and then add it to our garden compost, which is located out there in the square bin. So we'll have some good soil for our garden when it's ready. And I'm calling this job done for today. Thanks for your help, girls. I appreciate it. There's Betty. She's my buddy, and she is the ringleader over here. So they're going to work on this, give them something to do. They love fresh dirt, and I will be working on that tent removal next. Right, here is the tent from the inside. Back here is that bathroom area I tried to show you a little bit earlier in the video. We have some fixtures to take out and remove and cover and redo. There's that on-demand hot water heater. I can go into more details on this as we demolish it a little more and repurpose. But as for now, we've got our first load on the trailer, and we are going to head down to John's garage and see what's next. I believe we have a little repair on the 52 Chevy. So I'll see you down there in just a second. Down here at John's house, you saw us cleaning this out last week for our farm sitter. We got some more work to do because now it's all overgrown again. So we'll work on that some next week. We also cleaned out the garage for our beautiful 52 Chevy pickup that is our toolbox truck. Got back, John started it up, took it out of the garage first thing, and noticed a fuel leak. A leak in the fuel line, right?
Right. Yep. So we're gonna fix that today.
So
this is the old piece that it's a inline fuel filter right here. This clear line that has to come out of the hose, and then I have some new hose that we're gonna put on the fuel line, so it'll go from down to the fuel pump from the carburetor.
There's it'll go from there down to here, and this is the filter, so you can see the fuel fill it when it turns on.
And
so
that's the fuel pump down there that pumps from the gas tank up to the carburetor. So,
cool.
Yep.
All right, so he's gonna be fixing this over here, and I'm gonna be working on something else. So enjoy the show with John.
All right. So first I got to try to take this hose off of the inline filter. To see if I can do that.
And it has like a thing for
It's a nut.
like a nut on there, right?
Yep.
And you cut that once you saw it was leaking off of the.
I cut the whole hose off so
Yes,
you
you
can
could
go to
take
the
it.
store and get the same size.
Gotcha. We
Basically.
went to Napa.
Yeah. Nap it.
So now we're making a cut. Just try to get it off of there easier. All right, there it is. So it's got a little thing on the end there.
Yeah, it's got a little tip on there. And this one.
All right.
That's the fuel filter.
So we reuse that.
Yeah, we're gonna reuse that.
Okay. And it opens to put a new filter in?
Opens to clean it out, yeah.
Oh, you don't have to do new. Look at that. Things are made to re-clean. I love old cars, John.
They're great. So we're gonna just knock out this stuff here.
Awesome.
Get the bugs out. And one thing I'm not sure about is which direction the fuel flows. So I think it flows this way, like this. Fills
Okay.
up the filter. But I could be wrong, so we'll find out. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is cut off the fuel line that I cut here and here. See that? Can you see it? So this one comes off. So that's the piece. That's just a piece of hose.
Okay.
And then up here, I'm going to cut this one. So that it comes off. Also. Like that.
There we go. And that piece is metal right there.
Yeah.
And so is the one at the bottom.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I could have had these cut ahead of time, but I didn't. So these are the clamps for the fuel line. So I'm going to put one back on here. Let's see. Yep. And I'm going to put one back on here. So there's a clamp down here that'll go on the fuel line, and then this one will go on the inline fuel line when I put it back together.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to pause. We'll come back. We're going to cut the pieces as long as we need them, figure out the distances, and then we'll check back in.
Okay.
All right.
So, do you want to see where we figured out that the fuel filter, if you can see that, that's the outlet.
Oh, yeah. See, it says out. I see.
It has the size of the hose, 3/8 on there too.
Oh, nice.
And then on this side, it shows the inlet.
So it says in.
So gas from the fuel pump coming up from here goes into here and out into the carburetor.
Okay.
Make sense?
So they make it where people can fix their own cars.
That's
pretty
right.
awesome.
That's right. This truck didn't used to have an inline fuel filter, but because of the rusty gas tanks and particles in gasoline, that's why the fuel filter's there, so that it doesn't get into the carburetor.
So you were saying a second ago, I saw this little clip right here,
Uh-huh.
and it's built in, and that's where the line used to come.
That's right.
And it used to be
A steel line.
so it wouldn't get hot and melt.
Right.
This is the
thermostat.
So it's
cover.
hot.
So
Okay.
this is probably the hottest part of the engine because the antifreeze runs through here, the coolant runs through here and runs into the radiator.
okay.
So there used to be a steel line that would probably come up under here, but
And it fits the same. It's the same diameter. It looks like as this. So.
exactly, yeah.
So they cut that and did this so they could filter out because the tank's just from 1952.
Right, it's older, yeah.
So okay. So
then we're gonna put clips. There's clips already here mounted. I've got them. So we're gonna put this clip that goes here on this end all the way down to the fuel filter, just to hold the line on. Hopefully I can get it here with some pliers.
okay. And
Like
then
that.
tightens. Got it.
And then there's another clip that I put on down here to bring up. So the same thing. It's gonna go on here. Not that it needs it because the hose is pretty tight, but there is some pressure from the pump
Yeah.
pushing up against the gasoline.
And you were saying that you thought this was actually cracked or something, but it was wiggling loose because this jiggles around when
it's made to come apart. And so what I thought was happening, I thought the glass had broken on the fuel filter, but it hadn't. It just had loosened up. So in order to take it apart, I had to cut the lines to get it apart.
Gotcha.
And then I just bought new fuel lines so that we might as well not use the same old line
Right.
and use new.
Gotcha.
So then this line here, this end, is gonna fit on here. Like that.
Okay.
And it's on there so you can see it's on about a 1/2 inch.
Yes.
And then this clip will come on here. We'll do the same thing. Expand it and then let it go.
Nice. Those are nice clips.
Yeah, that's old school, which is nice.
Yeah.
And then down here, the same thing. This is gonna go down and connect onto the metal fuel line, the steel fuel line. Hopefully we'll get that back on there like we had it. Here, I'm gonna spray some lubricant.
Okay.
If you can see me
Yeah.
doing it with my hands. So that's down there about a 1/2 inch as well.
Okay.
And then I'll take this other clip that I had sitting down here below, open it up.
Now it's all slippery.
Easier said than done. And slide it on there.
Perfect. All right, so now I've got in place. We just have to get the fuel to go through the line and then see if it'll start, right?
That's right.
All right, that's exciting. So we also talked about maybe wiring this up a little and then attaching it to this original clip with a wire, because when we run, this thing jiggles around so much and it could have loosened this probably did loosen it.
It did loosen it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want it too tight because I don't want it to be firm against
Yeah,
it.
and cracking it.
Because the engine moves as we go. It's on motor mounts and it moves back and forth.
Okay.
And the fan flies, so it's like...
Everything's wild and crazy in
Yeah,
here.
but I probably will put some kind of something there so that it just stays stable there.
Yeah.
And then still is out of the way of putting oil into the engine.
Awesome. All right, looks good. All right, we'll see if it starts. I'll be back in just a second. All right, John's getting in and he's going to start it. I'm going to film the fuel filter so you can see it trying to fill up as he begins to fill. There it goes. All right. Filling. There it is. So jumping around is doing great. It's got fuel in there. We're gonna keep priming. That's awesome. All right. So we're gonna keep working on that. Good job, John. I think that's gonna do it for today's video. Next week, we will be continuing to settle in and get things ready with the house down here. And I hope you choose to join us back again for another update. Thanks so much for joining us for this update. And join us next week, see what we get into. Some of it's gonna be some yard work, I'm thinking. Everything grew up while we were gone. So thank you again for joining us. I appreciate you being here. I look forward to seeing you next time, and we'll see you on Sunday.